Hi, it's January 1st, 2025, and I'm going to do advice reading. And I'm going to start with a calendar from 1997, but it correlates with the same days of 2025. For example, today is January 1st, New Year's Day, Wednesday, but this was in 1997. However, we're going to read the advice it has for 2025, Wednesday, January 1st. It says, discipline is the basic set of tools we require to solve life's problems. Without discipline, we can solve nothing. With only some discipline, we can solve only some problems. With total discipline, we can solve all problems. That speaks for itself. And this is a calendar from 1997 called The Road Less Traveled. The Road Less Traveled. But that can be a comparison. If you don't discipline yourself or have things in mind, or you're mindful of things that you need to be focused on, it can be roadless. But the road less traveled is basically the things that we actually need to do to make a better life for ourselves, to be more fulfilling. So with total discipline, we can solve all problems. And what they mean by that is if you stay focused and don't fall off course or just start breaking away and freeing yourself from things that no longer serve you, you can have a better focus on the things that you really want in life. And I wanted to share that. And that book actually is why I'm doing my first reading. And it inspired me to say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to read, and this is what I'm going to try to do. Now, this is a numerology tarot. So I'm going to just shuffle it and see what numbers come up. And that will be the number for today. And which one comes out first, or which one resonates with this one. Oh, it's a nice card. 333. Potential. Angel whispers. Your chance to reach your highest of potentials is here. Perseverance has gotten you to where you are. You have been through so much, and this guidance is here to show you that you are exactly where you need to be. And the affirmation is, my potential is infinite. I use my strength as my ally to pursue my highest good. And this also speaks for itself as well. And this is just messages and advice from the cards that I find. Oh, and at the bottom here is 222, balance. I'm going to read that one as well. So it says, now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. I'm going to interrupt this because you really do need to pay attention to how you feel. You have to be very authentic with yourself and your feelings. You got to know when you're keeping it solid, 100, and you got to know when you're being fake. You know, it's really essential in life to take accountability of self. And the number one is being authentic. It'll help balance and discipline yourself in everything you choose to do. And read other people. For instance, okay, so now this says, now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset. That's really good for January 1st. And the affirmation is, what feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. You got to love and accept yourself. Know thyself. And that's basically defeating half the battle. Because after knowing yourself, you got to love yourself. You got to know your worth. And with that, I am going to read the telepathic oracle cards and see what that advice gives us today for January 1st, 2025. And Happy New Year's, everybody. There's 3 cards. I'm going to take these 3. How about that? Flip around. The first one is soul. The second one is moment. And acceleration is the third. So for the first one, we're going to say, your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. Trust in the process. So trust the process. Stop being so hard on yourselves. Because we all in the same boat. And you might be suffering from loneliness. Feeling alone. It's January 1st. And you didn't have the greatest, say, New Year's that you wanted. But I hope you spent time alone really thinking positively, because that's a sacred time. That's a sacred moment. That's the time you have with yourself, with your soul, with God. The moment, well, it's moment. And what this is saying is think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. And that could be your friend, your parents, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, neighbors, a stranger you just met crossing the street. Think of those special moments that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. You could have been by yourself. And just think about a moment that brought you a lot of joy. We can always focus and drown ourselves in negativity and our doubts and that little voice that, I don't know who's paying that man or that woman in that head of ours that be telling us we ain't shit, we can't do it, you nothing, or you ugly, or whatever. Knock that out of your brain as hard as you can, and it's going to be a battle every moment. So, because they're working 24 hours in the brain. I don't know what that is, but we all have it. And if you feel you don't, you're lying. But it's that negativity that keeps just at us. And we got to fight it with the powers that be. So with that is joy. Joy and love. And you just got to hold on to the joys and the moments that were happy times. And those are also sacred too, because they come and go. And we got to make more. And if you haven't been experiencing any joy lately, it all circles back to self. So just remember the moments that you make, that you're in. You know, you are sacred. When you spend time with people, you probably don't even know that you're healing them because of your energy. So the soul and the moment and the acceleration. Acceleration is speed up and chase the results you want. So I'm a Taurus, so I take my time and everything, but don't get too caught up in not doing what you... Keep your word. Just stick to your ground and do what you say. And discipline yourself to doing the things you want to do. Because if you're just going to sit there and think oh, it can never happen for me, then that's exactly what you're going to manifest. So change that. Even if you do believe, oh man, I ain't shit, I ain't going to never do nothing. Change that and say, I am the shit. I'm going to make it. I'm going to excel. And just keep telling yourself, feeding yourself positive thoughts, because them negative thoughts is working overtime. And I'm done with it. So I chose today to do my readings. Even if it looked janky, it's this and just whatever. See, I'm being negative. So I'm just going to keep positive, take back what I just said, and keep on going. So here is my deck, and it's called the Love Oracle. And I've had all these decks for years. Actually, my best friend gave me this one. But I'm going to pick a card out. And this could just be advice on relationships. But it don't always pertain to relationships. It could be a few things. Yourself, self-love, self-worth. Oh, there you go. Sexual union. Okay, I guess it is. So sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. Okay, so I'm going to break this down. First, it's a picture on the back. And obviously, they look very intimate. Yeah, baby, yeah. And she's looking oh, yeah, baby, yeah. However, this is a spiritual moment. It's sacred. I feel sex should be sacred because it brings life. You know, that pussy portal and that penis, they bringing in some magical shit, which is people, you know. And we should just be very responsible and disciplined in our sex lives and our sexual unions. Maybe some ain't had sex in years like myself here. Or maybe you've had sex last night on New Year's. Or last week or whatever. But the sexual union between two entities, I would say, is sacred. It should be sacred because you're exchanging energy. So just be smart about who you feel deserves you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're bringing in life. Some of us is bringing in life. And, always try to be protected during this because you don't want no STDs and just shit that you could have just lived without. Because some people, may have things that they can't get rid of, but they have medications to cure it. But it's just uncomfortable. And if you can try to take all the special precautions to protecting your body, your body is sacred, your temple. Just honor that place in yourself and when you share yourself with others. So I'll read it again. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one. Eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. And, you know, whoever you're having sex with, it should be forever. But everybody just, my own personal opinion is that sex is overrated and it's not respected. And it's just not sacred anymore. You know, it's just the norm. They normalize sex like if it don't bring life into the world. And that's all I'm going to say. And do what you do. You're your own boss. You're your own self person. And with that, I am going to bring out my big deck. And I'm going to pull out 7 cards. I'm going to shuffle it 3 times. And the first card is going to represent you, the knowledge you bring in life. And you have to be a leader. And you have to know God. God within self. And if you don't believe in a God, then know love, self-worth, treating others how you want to be treated. Because love is the highest frequency. And with that, you know, just stay focused, stay disciplined, and be a leader out here. If you have little ones, be a leader for them. Live by example. And just protect the children because they are our future. So whatever you do out in the world, just know that the little ones are watching. And they're absorbing us, grown folks. And appreciate old folks as well because they're sacred. But that's on a whole nother subject. So this is the knowledge that you need to hold into your mind. And the wisdom that you keep, again, try not to be so negative. You know, you have to build positive thoughts to create positive things, to manifest positive things. Because just as you think positive and create these positive things, when you think negatively, it takes away from you and you get just that. You get the negative thoughts of what you're thinking. So you have to build or destroy what no longer serves you, you know? You have to build upon the things that serve you, that make you feel good, that bring joy to your heart, make your heart smile. And then the third card is that understanding, back to like discipline and knowing who you are and loving yourself and knowing your self-worth. And it's your culture and what you bring to the table, your personality. Stay true to you and be authentic in everything you do. Take accountability because we living in a world where a lot are just on some other shit. And that's all I'm going to say for that one. And then this is the 4th card, which is who you should always be, wise. We have wisdom inside us, you know, which is the whiz kid, and we can be fucking dumb. And I've heard this before with wisdom and freedom. It's like we're free, but we're pretty dumb to think we're free. And we have wisdom, but we're pretty dumb to think that we know everything. We know nothing. So just be wise in all the things that you've experienced, all the things that you went through, bad or good. Those are lessons, those are L's that, not losses, but lessons that you need to take with you on your journey. Those are your tools to keep you sane and keep you on course and to not repeat the shit that you was doing that didn't help you none, you know? Just stay wise in this game because if you don't stay wise, somebody else is going to play you because you weren't being smart. That's all I'm saying on that one. And the 5th card is the power, which is, like I said, the understanding of the negativity and the positivity of this circuit, this energy that we bring in life. You just have to have understanding over the universe, over the planet, where you cipher, where you vibe at, where you live. You know, it's so important to know your environment. It's so important to know how the world is and to know your past so you can see where your future is headed. You know, you have to have that understanding. You know, knowledge is power. But if you run around here aimlessly again and living on a road less traveled and not disciplined, you're going to get caught up. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But you got to keep that power of understanding. And then the 6th card is you got to be equal. You got to live as an equal, because we're not alone. Like, you might feel lonely, but there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. You might feel like nobody likes you, and there's somebody else that feels that way too. But does it really matter? Do you like you? That's what matters. So again, try to let go of the negativity and find that peace, because that's where the wisdom is in your soul. You know, that's the voice of God. You just have to love yourself. And if you don't, learn to love yourself, because you're going to have you your whole life. Go to that gym and work out if you feel you don't like your body. If you feel you don't like your face, I mean, it's like, accept who you are, because I don't think God makes any mistakes. You know, I mean, if you want to get that sex change or do whatever you do, that's you. However, I'm just saying, accept your flaws. Accept the things that you don't like about yourself. And that's when you start to become more solid and wholesome and in tune to you. Because you got to be your own best friend. You got to love you. How you going to love somebody else if you don't love yourself? Mary J. Blige said that best. Listen to her music if you need to. And then the last card for this deck is the Club. And this is a success card to me. And when I get jacks, you know, they have different suits, and this is a club. I look at this as being lucky, you know, but blessed. And basically, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. And whatever you say you can't do, that's what you ain't gonna do. And I think I've repeated myself on this one. So it speaks for itself. You can be very successful if you choose to, but you gotta choose it. You gotta feel like you deserve it. You gotta know you deserve it in this time and age, because times is getting rough. It's gonna be hard to smile, like Tupac said. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be strong. You gotta smile when your heart is crying. You gotta make your heart smile, you know? Go get a coffee if you need more energy or something. Or just, not even that, go to the gym. Work it out. And don't rush yourself, because so many people feel like they're in a hurry to go fucking nowhere. But you gotta talk truly. You know, you got to think about yourself, and that we're in a big watery dirt ball of earth here. And a lot of people are striving instead of thriving. And a lot of people need to set themselves free of the negativities and the bad energies that be with it. If it's in your family or in your neighborhoods or at school or work or wherever the fuck you go. You know what I mean? You just got to be that light. Bring the light. Change the atmosphere when you come in a room. You got to be strong, mentally strong, physically strong. You know, and do it for you. That's the best thing that anybody can possibly do, is being true to thyself, knowing thyself, loving thyself, and disciplining yourself. And knowing when you're being fake. That's all I got to say, is just be authentic in this time and age. In 2025, let's be authentic and let's be ready to thrive. And I am going to end it there. However, I am going to pick one of these cards so I can show you a Bible passage. And I'm going to choose the bottom card. What angel is this? Okay, the Tower of Uriel. The fire of God. Disruption warns of disasters, aids in transformation. And, you know, if you're reading the news, like all the tapping, we got to pray for all these people that are dying for no reason, just because some people's mad and want to rush their cars and run over people, like in New Orleans, and then, or that explosion that happened in Vegas. But yeah, it's time to pray for yourself and pray for your family. If you don't pray, meditate. You know, it's time to go within and really look deep in the things that you really want in life. And it's not hard. You just gotta know that you're not alone in this world that's so, it's a beautiful mess, as I say it. But the Uriel, why can't I find the number on this one? See, this one has 43. That one don't have no number. Well, we're just going to take it as that. What this card is, what that meant. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this one. And God, King, and Ruler. Prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. And 43, it's scripture of 43 that you can look in your Bible or Google it online is Psalms 88, verse 13. And now I'm going to do a chakra color and see what color is going to represent today. And this reading, if it doesn't resonate with anybody, it's just advice. You could take it or leave it. It's my first reading. So, hey, I'm out here trying like the rest of us. I do all this stuff by myself or friends and stuff. So I decided to say, hey, let me try it and put this on something. So today, the card that's resonate with the chakra, that's going to be the message. I want that one. So I'm going to flip that over. Personal power. Personal power. If you got time, I'll read it, or you guys can check out if you want. But what this card means is, it's the solar plexus card. The solar plexus chakra vibrates to the color yellow. Yellow is my favorite color, by the way. And the ancient Sanskrit name for the solar plexus chakra is in Manipura. It is located around and slightly above the navel. This chakra is our main power century. It represents a free will and is where we draw the energy for our personal power, confidence, courage, and strength. It reflects the emotional body and desire to attain a healthy self-esteem. When our solar plexus chakra is healthy and in balance, we feel inspired to express ourselves freely and shine our light on the world. We feel empowered in all areas of our life and have the strength and determination to support our own goals, dreams, and desires. When we are aligned with our power and are in tune with self-mastery and personal commitments, we are able to attain a deep respect for ourselves and others. We know we are worthy of good and can express joy into our life and out into the world. That pretty much sums up the whole reading that I just spoke upon. It relates to personal power, inner strength, self-mastery, determination, empowerment, confidence, self-discipline, free will, self-esteem, courage, confidence, freedom, emotional balance, appropriate self-discipline. If that ain't confirmation, I can't make this shit up, man. Hey. Cleansing and balancing the solar plexus chakra. Lie comfortably and place a centered crystal in your hand or on your solar plexus chakra. Allow its energy to support your process. Take a moment to breathe the powerful energy into your chakra. Now imagine the golden yellow energy of the sun beaming through your solar plexus, cleansing and balancing this area. Allow this light to shine into any blockages around your personal power and self-worth, and feel this old energy dissolving. As your chakra comes back into alignment, feel yourself become strong, courageous, and empowered. Solar plexus chakra affirmation. It says, my solar plexus is balanced, and I am empowered in all aspects of my life. I'm going to read this 2 more times. My solar plexus is balanced, and I am empowered in all aspects of my life. My solar plexus is balanced, and I am empowered in all aspects of my life. Thanks for taking the time and spending this moment with me, my first reading ever online.